You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. The pressure continues on New York Governor Andrew Cuomo after a second woman has come forward to say that he sexually harassed her. Yesterday, Cuomo dropped a statement where he talked about flirtatious language, and he did not realize that it was making his subordinates uncomfortable. The first woman detailed her encounters with Cuomo in a post on Medium.com. The second was in a New York Times report. What's interesting here, though, is how quiet Democrats are. Michael Brown, I recall when there was an allegation of sexual assault against Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax. Within seconds, Terry McAuliffe, the former governor, called for him to resign. Numerous Democrats called for Fairfax to resign. Here you have two women who worked with Cuomo, who have now talked about sexual harassment. The second woman said she went to two superiors immediately, showed New York Times, they corroborated the text messages. Cuomo's position yesterday was different than the first accusation. Why are Democrats so quiet about Cuomo?
Well, I'm not sure I've heard crickets. I think I've heard some Democrats speak out. Everyone seems to be on the same page. And I'm certainly not here to defend the governor. I don't know enough about the facts. One thing I do know is we need to hear what the women have to say and believe what they say. But some Democrats have come out and said that they support this investigation that Attorney General James will run with an independent lawyer. So Democrats have said it. All the leading Democrats have agreed for an investigation. No, I probably agree with you. I haven't heard any Democrats call for his resignation, except for some that are in the state house or the state Senate of New York, who may be either political opponents. They could be Democrats, could be Republicans calling for his resignation. So I have heard Democrats speak out, not for resignation, but for investigations.
Yeah, but it's not been, it's been slowly happening, Julian. But frankly, Democrats covering for a favorite Dem. Let's just call it what it is.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, when you look at Senator Kristen, her last name is escaping me, but the woman senator from New York,
Gillibrand.
She basically hounded Al Franken out of the Senate, almost singularly, for an accusation that went years back. Now, this stuff happened within the last couple of months. Well, certainly one accusation was at the end of the year. And I mean, he acknowledged, you don't ask people if they've had sex with older men with your old behind. You don't ask people that. I mean, that's inappropriate workplace language. It's not funny. It's unacceptable. And I mean, Cuomo has been a favorite son, but that should not excuse him. I think he should be forced to resign. I really do. I don't think, Gillibrand didn't call for an investigation for Franken. She said, he has to go. It's ridiculous. So they have the double and triple standards here. I mean, 6 months ago, Andrew Cuomo was a golden boy of the Democratic Party. People were talking about him as a possible vice president or even a presidential candidate. Now, basically, he could buy chopped liver at a dog pound. So I just think that the double standards are very disturbing, and the language as reported, and I do believe the women are telling the truth. They seem quite credible. The New York Times writing was very persuasive. If these things are true, he has no business in public office, period.
Eugene, what do you make of, again, Democrats slowly, speaking about Andrew Cuomo?
Keep that same energy. When when the allegations around, Lieutenant Governor Fairfax came out, they wanted to run him out of town and out of town quickly. And those were flimsy, to be honest about it. They were kind of flimsy. And look, he even said, go ahead and run the investigations. And his story never wavered or changed. Now that they got a favorite son in Cuomo, who's supposed to be a rising superstar again, there is protection and silence and not attacking, right? And it's inauthentic because when you were dealing with Lieutenant Governor Fairfax, Democrats from around the country were demanding he resign, and you had pretty much no real corroborated evidence or anything.
I mean, look, many of them did not even call for an investigation. They said, quit now.
It was get this black man up out of here, and we'll get the white Virginia Democrat machine to replace him, right? Because they didn't want him there in the first place, if you recall, back in the election in 2017. But now you got, your favorite son, white governor out of New York, who, stood up to Trump and X, Y, and Z. You're not keeping the same energy. If you're going to be authentic, keep that same energy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You're going to bring it up. Be consistent. Be consistent when you talk about stuff. But unfortunately, that's not what they're doing. All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. Hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have, you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it. Please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.